So, just quickly before we start, I didn't even do it. I was like, I need to go and put another load in the washing machine. And then I got distracted because I said I need to put another load in. And I went, that sounds sexual. I'm turned on by that. I'm going to go on a Grindr. And I just spent 5 minutes, not that long, not even, I spent 60 seconds on Grindr. Because I didn't even put a load in the washing machine. Not in that way. I don't like jizz in the washing machine. Okay, now that's what I was told to do. Put a load in the washing machine. Damn it. I need to go and... I was supposed to put a load in the washing machine and I didn't. I got sidetracked. Small things like that turn me on. Anything else? I don't think I've ever been turned on by domestic house chores in that way. Hey, Christian, make sure you put a load in. Oh, that sounds hot. I'm going to go on a Grindr. And then off. I didn't even... Anyway, my name's Christian Hull. This is Complete Drivel. It's a podcast mostly about dicks and cheers. Sometimes about other things. But mostly it has to do with my encounters with randoms in parks. Like a story I've got for you. It's not that X-rated though. Dicks didn't come out. Or just general shit. General Drivel. Oh my God. Complete Drivel. Amazing name. I got to number 2 in the iTunes chart over December. Not comedy. Some people are like, wow, you were number 1 on the comedy charts. I'm like, get fucked. I was number 2 on the overall chart. That's right. How dare you? Sorry. Again, I don't know how these podcasts do any well. I just do. The only preparation I do is write notes on my phone when I think of stuff because I have a terrible memory. So I'm talking about Swan incident. Oh, here's this for slutty. Just desperate. No, yeah. I'll talk about the incident with a swan at Albert Park Lake and a really hot guy with the best tidy shorts on and a great ass. Stop objectifying men, Christian. I'm allowed to. They don't care. He reminded me of someone from the Warwick Rowers. You know, if you do not follow the Warwick Rowers on Instagram, WARWICK Rowers, I think. It's just them nude. That's all they do. They pose nude. Annoyingly, things are covering their junk. And sometimes their butts are like fully exposed. Fully exposed butts. He was like, literally could have been someone from the Warwick Rowers. I'll get to that in a bit. I had a stroke. I'll get to that in a sec. I also want to talk about an incident in Kmart where I had dick pics open on my phone and I didn't realise. Like, there's full dick on my phone and I was holding it out. Like, not caring, like, oh, here's my phone. Excuse me, what's over there? And there was a dick on my phone and I didn't know. It's so great. What I want to talk about now. A friend of mine messaged me. Now, he knows how much of a massive whore I am. And he messaged me screenshots from this dude's Instagram story. And it was like, oh no, my Airbnb in Melbourne cancelled on me. Does anyone have availability on these dates? And I was like, I have a spare room. And my friend messaged me being like, lol. Like, this is something you'd probably reply to without taking a breath in. I found him on Instagram. I messaged him. I was like, yep, I've got these dates free. Do you want to come over? This is like a PT. So fit. Like, so... And his photos on Instagram are him in Budgie Smugglers or no... Like, nothing. Like, dicks out for the boys. Except they're covered. You can't do... You can do nudity on Twitter. You can't do nudity on Instagram. So annoying. Or Facebook. Ugh, so dumb. And I messaged him. I was like, oh, I've got these dates free. I didn't follow him. I didn't know who he was. And he's like, oh, you're that funny guy. I'm like, come over to my place. I insist. Just don't... No, that's not a camera in the shower. That is just ignore that blinking red light. Yeah, just move a little to your left. Okay, there you go. You're in frame now. Let me just focus on that. Okay, now you can have your shower. It's not funny. It's a joke. Oh my God, it's totally a joke. That red blinking light is the smoke detector. Actually, do you reckon, not that I would ever do this, you could get smoke detector cameras? Because you can get cameras that look like hooks Like those 3M adhesive hooks. Yes, people put them in change rooms. I did not. So many people will think that I've done this. It's probably something I would do, but I wouldn't do it. I've never done it. It's so illegal. And they got caught in a change room. So every time I'm in a change room and I see like a weird looking hook, I'm like I'm just checking to see if the shirt fits, but I'll take my pants off, I'll get my dick out, I'll be like, oh yeah, you like some of this? To a hook. It may not even be a camera. I just do it because it might be, and I want to give them a show. Burn their retinas out. And anyway, I offered this dude, and he replied, he's like, oh my god, you're that Christian funny guy. Yeah, maybe, let me check. Hasn't got back to me. Let me just quickly go on Instagram to update that. Have a look, see if Hot Dude is going to get secretly filmed in the shower. So far, no reply from him. Ooh, did get a reply from someone else that said, Daddy, and a love heart emoji on my phone. So I recently posted a photo of me doing a coffee scrub in the shower. And I got a photo of someone's junk. Oh no, this guy listens to the podcast. I mean, I'm actually talking about him later. It's a clothed photo. He's wearing Speedos. But it's like, Tim, come on. You're sending me a photo. Is it just to me or is it on your story? It's clearly a little bit of a like showing off, because people, when they're like, are these hot dogs or legs? And they take a photo of their legs, but then they're wearing Speedos and their dick is clearly visible. I'm like, you didn't really need to put your dick in it. You did, obviously. Of course you did. You're sending it to me. Your dick has to be in it. But I classify that as like, that's like a flirty move, saying that you want some. Tim does not want anything from me. I know Tim. This is not my boss, Tim. Never met this Tim before. He's an Instagram chatty friend of mine. Tim, you're very attractive, and thanks for that photo. I will reply to that in a minute. I better reply to it now. Hold on. Hot dogs or legs? Here we go. You ready? I'm going to send the creepiest reply. Okay. Hot dogs or legs, and he sent a photo of his legs. Also, his dick in Speedos. Tim's going to hate this. I'm not going to give your last name out, Tim. Don't worry. I'm going to reply. This is how slutty I am. I was going to reply. Not sure. Was distracted by something else. What a whore. Winky emoji. I didn't write what a whore. That's what I'm just thinking. Not sure. Was distracted by something else. Winky emoji. Sent that. Well, he sent me a photo of his dick in Speedos. That's what I'm sending back to him. It's quite nice. Unfortunately, he does not live anywhere near I live. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing with me. I now get messages from really attractive people, and I don't know where the line is between them being polite and them being flirty and wanting a bit of fun, right? For example, Tim, he's just a bit flirty, but not flirty. Like, he doesn't want anything to do with me, right? But how do I know that, right? How do I know? That's because we've spoken. I didn't embarrass myself. I wasn't like, get your dick out. And he's like, I'm not into that. And I was like, oh no, now you think I'm a pervert. He already knew I was. I'll get messages on Tinder sometimes. So I'll be on Tinder, right, and I'll get a match. And now it's like, are you matching just because you've seen some of my videos and you just want to chat? Or because you want to come over and get nude? And so I've got to suss that out without making a total fool of myself. Normally, sans Facebook and YouTube, it would be a match. And I'd be like, well, obviously they're matching because they want to get nude. Because why else would they match with you? Or message you on Grindr? So I'd be like, hey, here's my address, here's my nudes. That's what I would reply with. Now, I have to be really careful. Because some of them just want to say hello. Hi, your videos are great. And then, what do I reply to that? Get your dick out. I can't say that. Here's my dick. I can't reply with that. I'm like, thank you so much. And then they follow it up with some other questions. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like, Superficial Christian coming out. Like, are you going to send dick photos? Like, what's the why are we having this conversation? Some are genuinely really lovely people, and I'll have a chat with them, and I know full well they don't want to exchange dick photos. But there's a risk. Do I send a dick photo and they're like, gross, why would you do that? And then they show everyone, oh, look, that dude on Facebook sent me his dick. And then they show everyone. I don't want them showing my dick around to people that don't want to see it. Oh, my computer froze. Hold on 1 second. I just don't know if the podcast is recording. Did my computer die? No, it didn't. It's recording. Wow. Back on track. So I only take good nudes. And when I say good nudes, I mean the best possible nudes of myself that's possible. Does that make sense? High angles, right? So I look thinner. Ultimately, my nudes don't look anything like me. So I'm okay if I send nudes to someone. I'm okay if they leak anywhere. Now, I don't think I'm big enough for my nudes to leak anywhere. But, side note, they have. Before I was anybody. Still not anyone. But before, I had a Facebook page, my nudes leaked. They're on Tumblr. You'll never find them. There's no name associated with them, hopefully. But they're good ones. I didn't ask for them to be deleted or taken down. Didn't even know how to do that. I even made a YouTube video highlighting that factor. And I'm even telling you now, like, they're good nudes. They're nudes from years ago when I was like 20 kilos lighter. So I'm like, ugh, I'm happy for those to be around. Wow, that all came from Tim sending me a hot dogs or legs with clear peen in it. What was I talking about? The Airbnb. Anyway, I'm still waiting on a reply on Airbnb guy. Oh, Jesus, I can get sidetracked. Got to put another load in. The washing machine. Oh, the Swan incident. Okay, so with my 2018 motto, because thin, I've decided to walk around Albert Park Lake, which is 5 kilometres. Oh, epic. Well done. I know. And there's all these swans in it. And the swans have no fear. They have no fear. They will chase you, but they won't stop chasing you until they've pecked one of your eyes out. So they're quite scary. And anyway, I was walking, and I did know that there was this dude sort of close-ish behind me, and front on, such a babe. But what I was unaware of is from behind, great assets from behind. About my height. He looked like one of the Warwick rowers, so sort of a little bit taller than me. I'm like 170 centimeters. I'm not. I think I'm like 168. And he was a little bit taller. So I find guys my own height a little bit more attractive because I'm less intimidated by them. And he had like dark features, dark facial hair. He sort of looked like a typical Aussie, and he's wearing like footy shorts and like a really small singlet, and he was very fit. And I was like, ugh, I'm all about that. So I knew he was behind me. And I was walking. And there's this part of the lake where you're walking like right on the side of it. There's like a concrete track. It's almost like, imagine... What do you call the tracks? Like a wharf? Not a wharf. Walkway. Oh, shit. Wooden walk. Boardwalk. Boardwalk on the side. God, how dumb am I? I'm distracted by hot dude. There's a boardwalk on the side of the lake, and you walk in between the restaurant and the lake. So there's nowhere to go. So you can't just walk away and veer off. So just before you get onto this stretch of boardwalk, there was a little baby swan and mother swan. And it was just plodding there, and I was like, well, I want to go on the boardwalk. But the swan's in the way. I'm like, I'll just walk past it. The hot guy behind me will be so impressed that I risk my life to walk past the swan. So he was probably like 10 steps behind me. And I was walking. And I was like, I'll be fine. This swan won't do too much. It'll just move out of the way. As I got maybe arm's length from the swan, and like almost point of no return, the swan was already standing up, but it like raised itself up, and its neck went up, and its wings went out, and I went, ah! And I turned around. I was like, no, I don't think I'm going to go that way. Oh my God, risk my life. And he looked at me and smiled and laughed and also didn't go that way. And we connected. We had a moment. He looked me in the eyes and smiled. I was like, oh, I'm not going to go that way either. I was like, which way do you go? And then, I'm about to wink. And he was already now 20 paces in front of me. And that's when I noticed his very great behind assets. And he was a fast walker, and I was trying really hard to keep up with him. And then, of course, I did what I always do when I see a hot person, log straight onto Grindr to see if they're close by, to see if they are of the Gaysian persuasion. Gaysian? No, that's a gay Asian. Of the gay persuasion. I love the word Gaysian. Couldn't find him. And that's the end of that story. Almost died. The swan, it stood up and then it went to lunge, but I'd avoided and made eye contact with hot dude and was already like, I'm fine. Anything can happen to me now. I'm in his eyes. Take your pants off. Get nude. Put your dick in my mouth. These are all things I thought internally. Didn't vocalise. Because you can't vocalise those things out in public because that's harassment, Your Honour. That was great. How long? 16 minutes. Oh, Jesus, I'm only halfway done. Let's go to notes. What was I? There was something I wanted to talk about. So you know that guy that messaged me, hot dogs or legs or dick? Just dick. What has he said? Hold on, let's go. I've got a story about him. He said I was allowed to talk about him on Instagram, the ocean. So I said to him, not sure, was distracted by something else, winky face. He replied with, the ocean, it's beautiful. As if, mate. Yes. I'll reply with, oh, were you on the beach? Again, didn't notice. I'm being really, really sex pesty to him right now. Hopefully he'll listen to this podcast and realise I'm not being... My creep factor is for entertainment. It's also a little bit not for entertainment. He's quite attractive. Anyway. So, Tim. He's a very attractive guy. How old is he? 24? He looks like he's about 20. Ugh, I'm on his profile. So just go... Oh, that's a good photo. What's that one? He's sort of like Harry Styles with glasses. No, so it's got the Harry Styles hair, like that curly hair. And a very good jawline. Anyway, so we were talking. What did I put down? And he was like, oh, give me a shout out. Yeah, well, I gave you a shout out, didn't I? You didn't ask me to give you a great shout out, so that's your shout out. I don't want to actually say his Instagram because I feel like he'd be very embarrassed if people knew him and knew what he sent me. He said he's too scared to date. Right? When I do shout outs, I'm not just going to be like, oh, hey, Tim. No, I'm going to delve into the personal conversations we've been having. I don't always do that. If you ask me, some people ask me, oh, I don't really want to meet you because I'm too scared you'll talk about it on your podcast. They would be right in thinking that. Sometimes, me being open and honest with you has cost me some seriously good dick. But they are right to think that because I probably would. If you ask politely not to, I won't. I really won't. That's me being desperate. Come over, get your dick out. I won't talk about it. Do you want me to shout out? Hold on. Anyway, Tim, if you hear this podcast and you're okay with me giving out your Instagram, I'll do it in the next one so people can see what I see. It's pretty nice. So he said he's too scared to date. What? I don't know what I had. I had some sort of monologue planned for that. Because I wanted to give his Instagram name and for people to... I'm going to do it. I'm going to get into so much trouble. Go and have a look. Oh, I'm going to get into so much trouble. At Gold... Oh, this is what I wanted to talk about. Novelty Instagram names that I'm pretty sure you will regret. You can change your Instagram name if you want to. Oh, I forgot I'm filming this for a video for YouTube. Oh, well. Tim, you live on YouTube as well. Go and follow, or just have a perv, Golden Gay Tim. I know, right? It's pretty funny because it's a play on Golden Gay Time, which is, for those outside Australia, one of the most delicious ice creams you will ever put in your mouth. Oh my God, I just thought of a great bio. Golden Gay Tim. The second greatest gay Tim you'll ever put in your mouth. It doesn't have quite the same ring to it. But see, novelty Instagram name, Golden Gay Tim. It makes you sound like you're 12, Tim. Change it to your full name so I can stalk you on Facebook. I really love it when people have their proper name, because then I go and look at them on Facebook. Like, I really stalk people. And then you can go onto their LinkedIn and work out where they work. And then you can accidentally show up at their workplace. Oh my God, I didn't know you worked here. Where's the nearest park bathroom? Winky face. Oh, it's over there. Okay. I think you might need to take me there. Wink. Oh, no, you're busy. Oh, you're taking a phone call. I'll leave you to it. Okay, lovely to see you. I didn't know you worked here. I'm not stalking you. Bye. A winky face. Hand jerking gesture, in case they didn't understand why you accidentally ran into them in their workplace. Anyway, that's his Instagram, Golden Gay Tim. Very attractive. Too scared to date. Although his New Year's resolution was to stop being scared, and he organised 2 dates. 2 coffee dates, apparently. Well done, Tim. I think he'll slowly ease into the dating scene. I think he really wants a relationship. Vomit. Disgusting. Don't do it. My advice is to avoid relationships completely, because it locks you down. I don't want to be locked down. Again, this is just my opinion, not yours. Some people really want to have an emotional connection with someone. I do not. I want to have a physical connection and then get out of my house. I don't want to see you until I get horny again and then come back. The perfect relationship is, for me, I think I've spoken about this, when we don't even live together. It'd be great if we lived in adjoining apartments. So you can go and do your thing, go and sleep with whoever you want to as well. But then I'll be like, hey, you want to come over? And you'll be like, yeah. And then you come over. And then we go on holidays together. It's the same thing. I have my room, you have your room. We whore it up. If there's no one to whore it up with, we whore it up with each other. And we have fun and we connect. Right? Perfect. That is the perfect relationship for me. Which is basically not being a relationship and having a friend with benefits. That's exactly what it is. I forgot. Kmart. Okay, I'm going to end with... Oh, shit, sorry. Just before I end, let's see if Tim replied to my message. Oh my God. Okay. So, he said, ha 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 ha, your mind's in the gutter with a giant X. Well, don't send me a photo of your junk in Speedos, Tim. They're new Speedos from Teammate. Haven't worn Speedos for like 15 years. I'm living for them. He's got a taste for tight Speedos on a beach. I'm slowly turning him into a whore. Do you feel... No, what can I say? Anyway, I will have a raunchy conversation with him after this. So I was in Kmart doing some last minute Christmas shopping, and I was also, whenever I'm anywhere, I'm always on Grindr. It's like a drug dealer. I have a phone for Grindr and a phone for normal life, except I don't. I just have one phone, and it's the Grindr phone. I don't have a phone for real life. I use Grindr more than any other application ever. And so I had it open, and I was talking to this guy, and he sent me a photo of his dick, right? And so I opened it, and then I thought I pushed the side button, which locks the phone and turns the screen off, but I hadn't. So I was holding it sort of down and sort of like up and around and just moving it around. I was on my own, and I was purchasing stuff. I don't even remember what I was doing. And then I went through the checkout, and then Kmart, can I just say, you're stupid and annoying with your registers in the middle of the store. It probably generates a little bit more revenue because as you go to walk out, you see something like, oh, I'm going to go buy it. And then you go back to the middle and then you have to buy it and then you've got to walk out of the store. It's dumb. So now at the exit, they've always got people that check your receipts. So I grabbed my receipt and I sort of put it in the same hand as my phone. And as I was leaving, this is where it gets weird. As I was leaving, the guy who checks the receipts to make sure you actually purchased something looked about 12. Obviously he wasn't because it's illegal. He would have been 15. And as I went to show him the receipt, I showed him the phone with the receipt. Like, I was holding the receipt, but my phone was obviously visible. And as I went to hand him the receipt, he saw this. I saw there was a dick on my phone. I immediately went, oh my God, he's going to think I'm showing him my dick on my phone to a 15-year-old. And then I quickly had the wherewithal to drop my phone in the hopes that, God, please land face down. As I went, whoops, and gave him the receipt. He then went to pick up the phone, which fell face up. Luckily, I was lightning fast, and he went to get it, I went to get it, I got there first, and as I went to pick it up, hit the side button, so it locked and the dick went away. And he was like sort of half had the receipt, and it was so fucking awkward. It was so awkward, and if there's CCTV footage, I really want to see it. Because, I mean, even on the CCTV footage, my phone brightness was at peak. The CCTV would 100% pick up the dick that was on my phone screen. And I'm assuming he didn't see it. Why would he go to pick it up if there was a giant dick on it? Oh God, I hope he didn't. Anyway, I'm never going back to that Kmart again, because it was the Kmart where my family home was, and my parents sold that. So I'm never going back. Top Right Kmart, if you're interested. One of the employees saw you know what? I don't mind if he thinks it's my dick, because it was massive. Like, oh no, he's 15. Oh no, nothing. I mean, nothing. Editing that out. Okay, and end of podcast.